I'm here to talk to you about last night's show that Staxx did with Josie and along with Gray Line. I put up a show last night and I was going to do a show today at 2 o'clock. It was going to be a live show and I was going to blast the shit out of them. And I started having people write me stuff and saying, Lee, what exactly happened last night with your son? Your son didn't really say anything negative to you. He said that you and him have your issues at times. But he said your son said you didn't drink, you didn't do drugs, you were a good grandfather, and even a good father at his moments. And anybody that's seen my son can see that he's a pretty good man. And the last thing that I would ever do for anybody is attack my boy. You know, basically what you got to say to yourself, how low are these people that they're willing to go get people from people past and stuff? Do you know how many times I've had people come to me about other podcasters and have said that they want to do interviews to talk about their past? And I've said no. I have plenty of them. But here's the difference between me and these guys. I won't do it. You know, I made a commitment to everybody about 4 days ago. I said that what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue to put up good quality and not attack these people. Listen, here's one thing we know. I've never been a junkie. Even my son said that he's seen me drink one beer in my whole life. These people are attacking me. They're all former junkies. Or they have some kind of issue. So they're doing junkie behaviors, all of them. And it's only a matter of time, unfortunately, before that's going to catch up with them. When you're doing junkie behaviors, it catches up. Last night they asked my son if I was really educated. And my son said, oh yeah, my father has a couple degrees. Surprise. They asked my son if here's how low life they are. They said to my son, would you trust him around your granddaughter? My son said, yeah, he's a great grandfather. Of course. You know, people, anybody that watches that video from last night would say the same thing. Typical father and son stuff. You know, and here's what they don't know. My son asked me a few days ago if he had ever had to do an interview about me, be okay. And I told my son, of course it would be okay as long as you spoke the truth about our relationship. And that's what he did. I have some people that are being harsh with him. Don't be harsh with him. He was talking about his dad, preferring to be about saying my dad. He didn't say, oh, that no good bastard, or he didn't say any of that. Oh, and by the way, he said that I have issues with my ex-wife. But you know what? Me and my ex-wife are still friends. So I'm actually proud of him for telling the truth about his father. You know, that was just one of these shows. I'll give you an example. If you're having a show like that, and in your stream underneath, you have continuously running your Cash App. I've never seen that before, where someone's running a stream underneath showing their Cash App. You know, that explains to you everything you know. As for Staxx. Staxx wants revenge so badly on me because I actually showed a video of him getting his butt kicked. He came on my show and we had a debate. He called me a child molester. And we all seen how that happened, what happened there. He's just a man full of revenge and he still hasn't gotten it. They keep wanting to do these shows. And then Thin Gray Line. Who's Thin Gray Line? He shows up only when it is to do something special on attacking me. I feel honored that I'm being attacked, because that means I'm really on your mind. Well, I want you to do yourself a favor. I want you to go watch that show. And you know what? Staxx would like you to watch that show because he needs it. The only time that he gets people that watches his stuff is if he puts on a fraud like Anthony Ramondi, or if he does a special show about me. So you literally had Staxx Light say, "I never called your father a child molester." Dude, did you really say that? You never called me a child molester? Because I could easily show where you did call me a child molester. So basically, you are a liar. That's what it comes down to. And let's see. Don't you call me a child molester?
Bro, you look
like a fool.
You look like
dude,
one.
I look like one. And last night he goes, "I never called your dad a child molester." These are the people we're dealing with. All you have to do is see who was in that show last night, watching that show. And this is about me speaking about what I want to speak about when I do a show. There's certain people that don't want nobody talking about certain people. But here's my commitment to you. I will talk about whoever I want. And you're not going to bait me into doing a whole show today attacking you, because that's what you want. And I want to say thank you to the many fans that have contacted me and told me not to do it. They were like, "Lee, in the last 3 or 4 days, you did some really good stuff. Don't do it." So I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna make no movies about people being raped. That's how demented we've become. That's how demented all these people have become. They are looking for anything they can in my past. And the only thing they could find right now is make up bullshit stories that, one, I'm ripping off people that I love, or two, that I am a bad father or something. And my son confirmed yesterday I was not a bad father. Matter of fact, my son said he was a little jealous because I treated his stepson better than him. And I am guilty of that. And he talks about how I got my son into the army, in the military. When I watched that video, I was proud of my son. It wasn't like me. He didn't come out and say that I was an abusive drunk that beat him and beat his mother. His mother's a black belt, first of all. And she's his mother is a Puerto Rican from the South Bronx that's tough as nails. Even if I wanted to beat the woman, I couldn't beat the woman because she would kick my ass. So people, there's not going to be no attack video today. I'm going to keep the format going that I have going. Okay? I'm going to wear this silly hat. I'm going to wear my black t-shirts. I'm going to be who I am. I'm not going to change and try to pretend that I'm somebody else. I'm going to continue doing interviews. I'm going to continue that. Hopefully people of good quality interview me. And if these people want to attack me, I will let them continue to attack me. I'm honored. I'm honored that I'm in your mind so bad that you have to look from people in my past to try to hurt me. But I'm 60 years old. I've been through everything in this world. I've been through death. I've been through horrible stuff. Do you think that any of you could hurt me? You can't. And you're going to continue because you're all that's doing this. There's something wrong with you mentally. I know there's something wrong with me mentally, but I made the commitment of not falling into this trap. And I'm not gonna, the best thing for me to get on 2 o'clock today and start looking, and then somebody on another channel who will do really well because he's fighting with me has a reason not to do a real show. So here's the challenge. Let's do real shows. Let's see what the figure, let's see who, in the end, who's standing around and who's not. The only way that I will leave here is if God zaps me from here. It's not going to be because I go back on the street and because I'm a junkie. And if you see my son last night, can you tell that he was a good man? He's not a junkie. He did his military service. All three of my children did the military service. That's the type of father I was. But I'm also a father that made mistakes and had trouble with the law. And my son said that last night. But the best thing is several came in to me and said, Lee, why are you mad about it? Your son actually said good stuff about you. There's some parents out there that do not get along with their children at all. And they have horrible things. You have out there whose children are junkies. Literally junkies, and they're judging people. You have people on these channels whose children are junkies, and they're judging me, the one that has children who are not junkies. So, this is going to be a long video. This is just going to be one of these videos where I sat down and rewatched that little interview. By the way, I knew it was coming. There was no surprise. I told my son, speak honest about me. That's all I ask. And he spoke honest about me. No surprises, people. No domestic abuse. Oh, they asked him about the kidnapping. Remember? Look at the show. What did my son say about the kidnapping? Oh, there's two sides to that. You guys are saying this about my father, but two sides to it. Thank you, son. There is two sides to that. Are also talking about these animals that tried to say I was a child molester. My son, that's the biggest crock of shit going because it's not true. Even he goes, me and my mother, my father's ex-wife said, no, they don't believe that. So if anything, that video cleared a lot up last night. That I'm a controlling asshole, but I've done a good job as a father. Okay. I'll take that controlling part. I'll be that part. There's no hard feelings here. The easiest thing for me to come out today and devastate these because they're not too smart. I don't care about Staxx attacking me because Staxx platform's a joke. Josie can have a good platform, but she's determined to stay stuck on me. People, do you think it's normal that all Josie does shows about me? That's all she does. Nothing else. That's called being a stalker. And she'll go back to do more shows about me, and she'll fail and fail and fail. They want to see me go away. My channel's taken no hits. I've lost no subscribers, people. None. Oh, and then the myth that I bought subs. All you have to do is look at how many subs, how fast I ride to see if I bought subs. It's obvious I didn't. But if I could, maybe I should so I could rise like these other clowns. And I'm willing to take the hit now and not do the drama and maybe get 1,000, 1,500, 1,600 on a show. That's still good because people watch my videos for a long time. They don't watch them for 2 minutes, 3 minutes and leave. They watch them literally for 20. Tom LaVecchia was on here with me a couple of days ago. And I said to Tom, we're at 1,600 now and 30-minute watch time. That is sensational. That comes out to 10,000 views if you logically think about it. The average view is 6 minutes for a show that is basically monetized. 6 minutes. And with Tom, I averaged a half hour. So people, ain't going to be no attacks today. I said what I had to say. Now go find somebody else in my past. Keep it up. But it's like I tell you, unless they found the in my trunk, there's nothing you could do to affect the show. And now you're getting at the point where it's so obvious what's going on. And the people that speak up against me say, oh, this is horrible. These are all people that never were my fans or enjoyed my show in the first place. So I don't care. Okay, people, I'm going to drop this video. You're going to take a look at it, make your decision. And to my son, I love you very much. Good job last night. I'll be talking to you soon. Good job, kid.